Heart Safe Eden Prairie recognition. Chief Coring.
Mr. Mayor, Councilman, and City Manager, distinguished guests. I am Steve Coring, Assistant Fire Chief. I'm also the Program Coordinator for the Heart Safe Eden Prairie Initiative. And I'd like to take this opportunity to update you quickly on the Heart Safe program, year to date, including some very special recognitions at the end of this update. Since the inception of the Heart Safe program in 2003, over 60 AEDs have either been identified within local businesses or have been purchased by those local businesses within our city. An AED combined with early intervention CPR is creating positive outcomes for victims of sudden cardiac arrest. And with nearly 500,000 of these cases happening nationwide, it's now become the #1 reason for death in our country. And a significant concern not only for the citizens of our community, but the thousands of people who work here and visit here every day and year. So what type of business takes the initiative to be prepared for this kind of unpredictable event? I'd like to introduce at this time and have them come forward 3 affiliates of Lifetime Fitness from here in Eden Prairie. First, I'd like Mike Ferguson, the operations manager, if you come forward. Marianne Haskell, who's a staff member, and Kim Haverstock, who's a member of Lifetime Fitness. Go forward. These individuals combined as a team to respond to a medical situation on June 24th, 2009 at the Lifetime Fitness's Baker Road facility. Their combined efforts, along with the use of an AED, which Lifetime Fitness purchased, provided the highest level of care and ultimately saved the life of Connie Schilling, who is with us tonight. And at this time, I'd like to actually have Ms. Schilling come forward and say a few words, if she would.
Mayor and Council, thank you very much. I am very happy to be here tonight, as you can well imagine. I would like to just share with you my experience at Lifetime Fitness. I had gone in there, as I usually do, in the morning, on a Wednesday morning on the 24th, and it was about 8:15, 8:30. I remember coming into the club. I remember seeing Marianne. Beyond that, I'm not quite sure of everything after that. And it's probably just as well that I don't have a real strong recollection of everything that went on. My usual plan is to go to the elliptical machine and work out for about 5 or 6 minutes in order to warm myself up before I begin my exercise program. After I finished that, which I guess I did, they tell me I went there, and I walked from the machine over to just a short distance to the kind of a cupboard where we keep the cards, the record cards of all of the members, and I could then follow what I'm going to do next in my exercise program. While I was there, that's when I passed out. I do not remember anything. I do not remember feeling any sensation prior to that. The morning leaving home, I was just fine. I drove there. Everything was just as it usually is. The next thing I do remember is a few scenes in the emergency department at Fairview Southdale, where they took me. And then I'm hearing the full story eventually as I was admitted into the hospital of the marvelous work that these people at the health club did. And you know, I can't describe my feelings about that. And you know, the thing that I really want now is to be able to let everybody know how important it is to have one of these AEDs on site at places where there's a large group of people gathering, whether it be a school, a church, a club, you name it, athletic field, whatever, that this is very important that they have this. In malls, I know some of them do. However, I work in one mall that I know they don't have one there. And you know, that's part of my goal. I'm trying to create the awareness so people will start asking when they go to various places where they go on a regular basis, do you have a defibrillator here? And, you know, I'm living proof of how that was so important in saving my life that day. So I thank these people from the bottom of my heart. I have to tell you one quick little thing. This Michael guy, he's the one that applied the CPR and then did the defibrillator. That afternoon in the hospital, he came in with a bouquet of flowers for me and asked how I was. And I said, Mike, I am wonderful. I said, I owe you a room full of flowers, you know? I mean, how can you thank somebody like that? And as well as Marianne for what she did, and Kim, who's one of my fellow exercise people, who came forward. It was handled just beautifully. And for them, I'm very grateful. And I appreciate the opportunity to be here today and to make my story known to the whole wide world out there. Thank you.
Well, that is an incredible story, and thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, that is the purpose of Heart Safe Eden Prairie. I mean, that is why we promote this concept and why we continue to evangelize it the way we do, because this kind of story can happen, hopefully not as often as you know, we don't want it to happen often, but we want to know we're prepared if it does. So with that, Mr. Mayor, could I ask you for some assistance in awarding a special pin to these folks? This pin is in the shape of a heart, and it symbolizes this very extraordinary moment. We hope you wear it with pride as recognition of your accomplishment and membership into an elite group of people who have saved the life of another using an AED. Additionally, we'd also like to give each of you a plaque that has your name on the plaque, and it states Heart Safe Eden Prairie Award of Valor in recognition of your role in saving the life of Connie Schilling with an automated external defibrillator at the Lifetime Fitness on June 24th, 2009, presented to you on the 21st day of July, 2009. Mr. Mayor, if you'll hand each one of those out. To Mike first. Marianne on the end here. And then to Kim. And then finally, we'd like to recognize Lifetime Fitness and have this plaque hang in their facility. We hope that by recognizing Lifetime that it will set a benchmark or create a desire of other businesses within our community to take the same level of initiative to protect their customers and their employees when this type of an event happens. So if you'll give this to Mike. And thank you. And thank you to Lifetime Fitness for their support of this program and their continued support of Heart Safe Eden Prairie.
I believe that Eden Prairie is one of the first communities in the state of Minnesota to have an AED in every school and every public building. I think that was a group activity that came about 3 to 4 to 5 years ago. So thank you, and you're the living proof that it's worthwhile to do that.
It is, yeah. As I said, an incredible story and an important reminder as well. So thank you for coming, and all of you, and sharing that with us this evening.